How you going, little fella? You all right? Been a hot day, hasn't it? You keeping you cool? You're looking a bit sweaty there. Let me just... Hey, you mind? We're having a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Sydney, Australia, it's now time for Good After Nunan.
Yeah. Good to see you. It's good to be on the line. How's it hanging? Have you had a good week? Did you enjoy Australia Day or Invasion Day? However you decide to spend it, the public holiday that is. We have a little bit of Marshall and the Fro on the groove. Marshall O'Cal actually went solo there for a while, but he's brought the band back together. It's a great thing. Great feel. Some great plays. Oh, yeah. Hello, my love. Who do we have on the line? Don't be afraid. Call your name out. Let's see who is here. Hi, Laura, how are you? Got a good show on the cards. You can watch us and you can watch the tennis at the same time. Have your two TVs going. Might make a call to my brother down in Melbourne town where it's all happening to see what his thoughts are on the tennis. I love watching the tennis. I think it's a fantastic game. Just a lot of different characters. Stuck in the middle of no man's land. Bring on your enemy. I'm a fight up and ready man. This is a really good album. This one's called this is their self-titled album actually. This one's called Get Up. Great track. Great festival act too. Alright. Get up. Hey Billy, it is an excellent song. I'm looking forward to you coming over, man. You're on your way? All right, we've actually got some fun stuff on the cards today. And yeah, Good Times, Great Classic. Got some funny TV commercials for you to see. We might get on the phone, see who's happening. Friday jamming. Have you got a drink? What are you drinking? Cup of tea? Martini? Milo? I remember having Milo as a kid after dinner. You finished all your dinner, Mum made a milk Milo. Went down like a treat. Yeah! Hair cider. I'm interpreting drinking beer for this. Play some Jester. I'm hearing you, my man. Hey, how do you like the new frame? It's kind of cool, isn't it? My head's not getting knocked by the logo anymore. It's kind of cool. Good morning, Neil Armstrong. Yes, that's strong. Sorry for waking you up. Raise your hands up. Woo! Sorry for waking you up there in England, Neil Armstrong. The imposter to the man who walked on the moon. The imposter is actually a pretty amazing fella himself, Neil Armstrong. Mate, when all this settles, you're going to have to come over to Australia, spend 3 months on the boat to get here, and come into the studio. We'll talk some banter. Rude. How rude. The original, I'm sure you are the original. Neil Armstrong, who walked on the moon, was the imposter. Okay, so folks, let's get into some tunes. Feel like a little bit of this one. Woo! All right, and we're going to get a little bit of a jam happening. I'm going to tell you all about it very soon. But let's do this one. Woo! Well, I could sing this on you, sweet as can be. Like the king of babes with me. Down your eyes, into your life. Tell me, little baby, that you love me all the time. We kiss, I just can't miss. To the way you feel your warm embrace. Each and every time and every chance come on, little baby, let's make romance. Oh. Really cool me, baby, when you shake your hands against me all the time, even on the rebound. Each and every time that we get the chance, come on, let's make romance. This little song for you. Little one from Jimi Hendrix. This one's called Castles Made of Sand. And I'm gonna go down to the beach after this song and let the people making sandcastles say, wasting your time, it gets washed away. Here we are. Down the street you can hear a scream, hear a disgrace. She slams the door in his drunken face. Now he stands outside. All the neighbors started gossiping. Oh, he cries for girl, he must be mad. What happened to the sweet love you and me had? And that's the Orleans, he starts his whole scene. Years falling on the garden green. And so castles made of sand slip softly, baby, into the sea. Oh, there was a young boy he knew before he was 10. Played war games in the woods with his Indian friends. Built a dream there when he grew up, be the first warrior, the big old Indian chief. But many moons passed, and while the dream grew strong, tomorrow he'd be singing his first war song. Fight his first battle, but something went wrong. Surprise attack killed him in his sleep that night. And so castles made of sand slip into the sea eventually. Was a young girl whose heart was all frown. She was crippled for life and she couldn't speak a sound. So she wished and prayed she could stop living. So she decided to die. Oh, she drew the wheelchair to the edge of the shore, to her legs, smiled, and not gonna hurt me no more. Jumped and dived, went some fair. Well, there's a golden winged ship and it seems to be coming my way. And so castles made of sand slip softly into the sea eventually. Eventually, baby. Yeah, well, folks, we've got a very special guest that's come here to, well, we're going to have a bit of a jam, and a little later we're going to do some recording and stuff for, well, for the single that we are releasing, which is all very exciting. And so, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little commercial, and then let me just get this set up, because we're then going to get Billy Barnett in, fantastic fella who absolutely is a sensational musician, wicked guitarist, and we're going to get some stuff happening. And here we go. Stand by. Yeah. Is it going to work?
And forced to block dozens of calls after her ex-partner allegedly took her phone number and plastered it on poles here around the CBD, telling people to call up and impersonate Chewbacca for a chance to win $100.
This would be the most childish breakup I've ever had. Like, all he had to do was be mature and go, I don't love you anymore, I want to move on.
The calls have been waking her and her 3 young children up at odd hours in the evening, and they're yet to stop.
I won $500.
Wow, it's great to be in the wilderness. It's a top spot, this. But let's not forget to get back to the computer every now and again, so we can watch a bit of Good After Nunan from 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. Wow, it's a good spot.
This is what your car says about you, and you can't change my mind. By default, you're the worst driver in Australia. Every time I overtake a Camry, I look at the driver and I'm like, that explains everything. You cannot own a Hilux and be a healthy person. These people believe a Red Bull and a cigarette is a nutritional breakfast. 99% chance your rims are scratched. Anyone who owns a Patrol isn't watching this video because they're probably stuck somewhere with no reception because their Patrol decided to overheat for the millionth time. These people think they're the smartest people on earth. Let me get double the luxury for half the price. Brother, if a bird shits on your car, it'll be deemed a write-off. You're way past your service date. Please get your car serviced. These people drive like they own the road. Listen, you've got kids in your car. Stop driving like Vin Diesel.
Welcome back. We are back. We are live on the Good After Nunan show. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you guys. You're clapping nice and hard there. Thanks very much. All right. Well, folks, we have a wonderful guest with us this evening. We have my mate, Billy Barnett, who we've, I'd like to say he's an old mate. You're like an old mate, but we haven't known each other all that long.
Mate, it might be 2 or 3 years maximum.
Maximum.
Yeah.
And but I feel like I've known you for a lot longer than that.
Yeah, that's people. I have that effect on people.
Yeah. Hanging around like a bad smell.
That's the one. Yeah. It's actually a bad smell.
He's still here.
Yeah.
But we met at the Blues Jam that was at
Bad Mamas.
Bad Mamas. Thank you. I was just bloody going for the name. Bad Mamas in Surrey Hills.
Yeah.
And man, we've had some wicked jams since. We've done a little tour down to Victoria together with a whole bunch of loose cannons.
Yeah, that was incredible.
And so really stoked to have Billy in here because he's actually come in to play on this song we're about to release, a single called Trouble. And Billy's going to drop some riffs and solos onto it because you'll soon hear it's a good idea from what you're going to hear. And I love you being in here, man.
Oh, it's a pleasure, mate. We've been talking about it for a while, but it's been a while, but here we are.
Time's flown.
Times are tough these days.
Of the essence.
Yeah.
Mate, just for the viewers, what age did you pick up the guitar?
I think I was 6. So I grew up in a family where my mum's Kiwi. So I grew up around people who could all pick up a guitar and throw 3 or 4 chords together and sing a song. So I was kind of exposed to that at parties and things when I was a little kid. And I liked the sound of guitars. And so my parents asked me, I think when I was about 6, you want to learn an instrument? I said, I'd like to learn the guitar. And they bought me one. And it just kind of...
Just went from there?
Well, yeah. I mean, it sat in the corner for a lot of years. I think I was probably a teenager before I became obsessed by it.
So can you remember then, like when you were a teenager, like what you heard that really turned you into what you chiseled out?
Yeah, well, so I grew up in a house where my old man was into like Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, Status Quo.
Yeah, right on.
Stuff
Same
like that.
in my house.
Yeah, so that was always on like a big stereo. It was always on a big Marantz stereo with huge speakers and always turn up real loud. So I grew up around that, and my mum was into like Bonnie Raitt, Robert Cray.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Stuff like that. So that was also played in my house too at big loud volumes.
Wow.
I was exposed to a lot of stuff, and I was always into the bluesier type things.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think B.B. King had that big hit with U2 in about 92, 93, something like that.
Yep.
I was about 12 or 13, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
who's this man, this guy who playing the guitar?
Yep.
So that was, I was right into B.B. King, and shortly after that.
Similar to me, because that album, that exposure to his music and that sound and voice did the same effect to me, because I think it just lit the grass fire, all these guitarists going, whoa, this is unreal.
Well, you didn't hear him on the radio.
No.
Until that big hit come out, and it took you two to kind of expose them to my generation at least. I was like, I need to know more about this guy. And I'd read like record covers and stuff, and I would always, say, B.B. King is my influence and this sort of stuff. And, Eric Clapton was talking about him, and all of them were saying, B.B.'s the man. So I just started to spend all my money on records.
On record. I know.
CDs, we were just cassettes.
We were talking about Spotify and iTunes and the whole effect. And I think we were chatting actually at the jam the other night about you've just got a massive collection that's obviously in a corner somewhere.
That it's sitting in boxes somewhere, and I plan on pulling it out sooner or later and digging through it, because there's a lot of good stuff there. But
of course.
Spotify's
so
easy these
days,
days,
we're not in the same. We're in the same boat, and there's as many people out there that it's so convenient just to dial stuff up.
When I was a kid, you had to search for it. You know what I mean? You go into secondhand music stores and dig through for hours and find one, and
yeah, and when you find those moments where you go, oh my gosh, this is like such a find of it's resonating with you. It's like, oh, you can't stop listening to it.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's amazing.
Find something from Taj Mahal or Albert Collins or something like that, and pull it out. Go, oh, you beauty! I'll take that one, man. Yeah.
Listening to it over and over again.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to play the track that we're about to record Billy on. We haven't recorded him yet. We thought, well, let's do this and have a little bit of a jam, warm our ears up. So kick back, relax. Oh, that's reverby. That's cool.
I'll try and remember it.
Yeah, try and remember. If we mark it up, it's all right. This is what we're doing. Just we're being selfish and warm ourselves up. All right, here we go.
We got yourself in trouble late last night. Moving up in the middle of the party, starting off the fight. Jump on, baby. Woo! Jump on. We never needed, but we barely found just one. Love is she leaving all the things, all you need is love. It's just jump on. Find a way. Trouble's moving down. Giving you a chance to play. Trying to go right, little ego, hey amigo, everything's alright. It's just jump on, trouble, baby. Jump on, we get in traffic, like a window mud. Get cut off and lose the black dinner. Memory good to jump on.
Sick, right?
Yeah. Made a few mistakes, but I don't know. You got the
Oh man, I was better than the practice of the practice of the practice.
probably should have recorded that.
All right. Thank you very much. We're going to go to a short break, and we'll be back with more bullshit.
If you're going to make your kids tough, which they better be if they're going to survive in the world, you can't interfere when they're doing dangerous things carefully.
Think about it that specifically. Dangerous things carefully.
Yep.
That's such a place where kids learn.
That is the only place they learn. That's where everyone learns everything. When you're doing dangerous things carefully, man, that's where you learn. And so you...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, how good is Billy? How good. Yeah. Cheers, bro. Yeah. Well, I tell you what. I remember first jamming with Billy, and he's got an orbit of his own. When they got the band and everything, he goes into a few other gears, and you got to just focus on you. I literally have played with him and gone, I don't know where I'm playing. You got to concentrate. You just spin off into his orbit. So good, really great to have jams like that. We're gonna get some stuff down, and which you'll hear Billy on the release. So it's exciting stuff. How is everybody? See some of these comments coming in. So good. Everyone just having a good old time, kicking back. I'm gonna with the first album. Cool. What was your first album? I do remember my brother Mark bringing Brothers in Arms home. What an album! Absolute cracking album. But I heard Mark Knopfler talking about it, wishing he could record it again. He doesn't like listening to it. So it doesn't matter how good you get your album. I think you always get to the point where you always want it to be better. But I found that interesting hearing that on WSFM. Azar, how are you, mate? Back from the beach, you and Annie and the kids. Good to hear. Found crowded house on the streets in the gutter at 11. Wow. That's somebody's lost there, somebody's gained. Fantastic. All right. Let's do some stuff. This is a song for the rock bond of all rock bonds. Song about mowing your lawns, you know. An old band named Jester. No mowing ain't no fun, ain't no fun, ain't no fun. Well, it's hot in the sun, hot in the sun, hot in the sun. No mowing ain't no fun, ain't no fun, ain't no fun. Well, blaze the burn, blaze the burn. Now I'm missing you. Let the ride on. I do believe your lungs are getting on. Now you make before long. Now you have to mow your lawn. No one said when you were born that you have to mow your lawns. So many people mowing their lawns. Now Andrew Carr as your lawn's getting along. Get along!
Now I do believe you're not again. Loans need attention. Loans need to be manicured with care. Your loans, like the dancing curtains, are tattoo long. Song written by Mr. Andrew Carr. Yeah. All right. It's good to be playing again. It's a lot of fun. Good to see some comments coming through. Hey, cheers, everybody. Here's to a great summer. Hope everyone's having a good one. It's been a bit of a wet one, bit of a grey old one here in Sydney, but we've got a cracker of a day today. It's been absolutely spectacular. And look, I don't know about you guys. Who here has been following the tennis? I've been trying to keep a little bit on it. I think it's a wonderful game. Get some real characters going on, and it's just amazing, the stamina, the way they just focus to get those aces where they need. I'm just loving it. I might see if my brother's up for a bit of a chat. You up for a bit of a chat, my man? He does a lot of the stuff behind the scenes as well. But I'm going to bring him in because he's all the way down in Melbourne. Let me just bring him in. How are you, mate? Oh, hang on. We'll just unmute you. Hang on.
I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
There we are. Good to see you, mate.
Right? How good was Billy? That was just amazing. The symmetry you guys have got together. Just amazing. Love it. Listening to him talk about BB King, took me back to listening to BB King in the sleep out in the house on the farm. Yeah.
Oh, out in the sleep out, the old tapes that you had. We minced a few tapes through the tape players that we had. Man, doing your mixed tapes, had Pearl Jam mixed with Deep Purple and all sorts of stuff going on. Hey, we were talking briefly about the tennis, and it's obviously it was quite a bit of topic with Dokic being booted out, but everyone sort of got on with it, and there's been some amazing tennis. And you were saying, well, of course, Australian of the Year. What was his name?
Alcott.
Yeah, that's
Dylan
him.
Alcott. He's a ripper. I mean, I don't think there's been a better choice for Australian of the Year for a long time. I just remember watching him last year. I think it was at Wimbledon when the singles of the men's were playing. He finished. He'd played his final and won the day before, and the camera went on to him. He picked up a pint and just threw it down and was wiping the beer off his face. And everybody was just going nuts. Like they were just loving it. And he's a class act. Even just listening to him on radio, I reckon the guy could be a comedian in his own right. I mean, he's a comedian.
He is funny. I've heard some funny calls. He's got a deep heart pass for his heart to be where it is as well. I saw a pretty confronting piece where he was just saying he hated himself when he was younger, and he just had immense dislike of where he was and with his disability, and to come out of the depths of where he's been to become what he has. An amazing ambassador for humankind. Just so inspiring.
Absolute beauty. And just listening to something he said after getting the award, he goes, I sort of had a bit of a feeling I had it when I saw a really well-designed ramp up to the stage.
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes, I still find it ironic. What everyone gets impressed about a standing ovation. I just don't get it. And it's pretty incredible wit, but no, an inspiration to all. And it's been a ripper week down here with the tennis. We've had a string of like 35-degree days. It's been hot and humid.
Yeah.
Got into Docklands, a lot of people around, great energy. Felt like Singapore actually in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweat fest. Hello to everyone. Anyone tuning in from Singapore later in the week, you seem to click on. G'day to you. But also Ash Barty, I think, is incredible. You look at athletes like her and Dylan, and you go, give them as much of the advertising and sponsorships as you can, because you can't have enough of their influence for the young ones and adults as well. Just inspirational.
Well, they're the grown-ups, aren't they? And then you got Kyrgios and Kokkinakis. Kokkinakis just trying to get basically a riot going on the stands with all the
you can get a bit of trouble saying that name, can't you, really? I mean, you'd have to make sure your pronunciation's pretty clear with Kokkinakis. Yeah. Is it Kokkinakis? Kokkinakis. I think it's Kokkinakis. Yeah. And you get across all the names. You'd be studying them all weeks before the tournaments. But bloody brilliant.
Yeah.
Missing Melbourne, missing you down there. Want to get down there. We want to travel and do all that. Hopefully things keep going on where it seems to be going. So numbers seem to be dropping with COVID. So hopefully we can get the numbers down and
replicate another Yarrawonga trip, but just in Melbourne. Bring a band of brothers down and
absolutely. That'd be bloody awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Mark Nunan, who does all the good work in the background there for making the show happen.
Thanks, bro.
I'll pull out another song here. And see you, buddy.
Yeah, man.
All right. Steve Pager. I see Steve Pager. Hey, I didn't call you back. He's up in far north Queensland having a break and enjoying the Irriganji. No, not quite. Are you going to Port Douglas, my friend? He's going to go into Port Douglas, which is a very interesting little town, that one. You know what I want to play? I'm going to play a B.B. King song. Why not? We've been talking about him and reminiscing what he did with you two. And I'm going to dedicate it to you, Steve Page, because we've been playing this at some fun gigs that we've been doing. One particularly, which was on the banks of the Yangtze. No, it was on the it was at Coogee Beach, and that was a real fun gig. And we did this one, and Billy, you were there. We all right. Right, gonna do this one. Never make you move too soon. You can probably hear my bare foot slapping. Whoa! 3 days of snow in Birmingham. Thought you wondered just the way I am. Rang out the number all night long. There's no comfort on this here telephone. Ran out of car, midnight flight. Thought a little of them would make everything alright. But let me say that you moved away, and you left me all of the bills to pay. Well, baby, never make no move too soon, no. Left me with the Kino car. Well, life in Vegas, it sure ain't hard. Ran it up to about 50 grand. kissed it and I held the money in my hand. That kind of word it can get around. Making the love that's come up in the love stand down. And I hear you knocking, baby, on the door. Who's there? But you're not living here no more. It's too bad. Never make the move to so long. Whoa. It's too bad, baby. Oh, never make the move too soon. Well, I've been from Spain to Tokyo, Africa to Ohio. I never tried to make the news. I'm just a man who's playing his blues. I get my loving on everywhere. And I come back, baby, and it still don't get it. One love I have, one's on my mind. One do a little bit of overtime. It's too bad. Never make the move too soon, baby. And it's too bad, baby. Never make the move too soon. It's too bad, baby. Never make the move too soon. Never make it too soon. Never, ever.
What do you want to do after lunch?
All right, brother, you got one in the barrel? We go to a commercial.
I don't have much left, mate. I'm on my last shake.
What? No, you're joking, aren't you? I wish I was, mate. It's been a pleasure knowing you, brother. Stay strong. Wait, no. I'll miss your peps. Salty. Salty!
Salty was my best friend.
Oh, I got one.
Couldn't find a better friend.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Was the best friend.
Cheers.
Salty was my
Mr. Spot.
Oh.
Love you, mate. You too, mate.
Wish you could be my friend forever.
Just can't understand how something so small can be so impressive.
Well, Mark, you would know about that.
After Ashley and Tomix wins yesterday,
Yeah, my dad was an athlete, but now he's pretty fat, and then he had to suck his gut in for photos. It was really funny.
You know, all good superheroes wear their jocks on the outside, so it kind of fits the brief.
Yeah, but I had nothing on but me jocks.
This guy went home, presumably, and told his wife, listen, I was at the cow farm today, and I lost my wedding ring because a cow sucked it off.
That's right. Or maybe his wife was asking what else the cow was sucking off.
I don't know how much value I have in this universe, but I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. As long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be.
Yeah. Bit of Robin Williams there. It's always good. Oh, that cut short the old laughter there, the canned laughter. How we doing, folks? We all doing good? Let me take the Reverb Nation off. There we are. It's a bit better. How we doing? We're all good. Let's go to the lines. Laura Lou, good to see you. Pete Coleman on YouTube. Good to see you on the tube of Ubes. And Claire, you're on there too. Got a few people on YouTube watching. Hello to everybody there. We're also streaming from Twitch these days, and we've got a massive following there. We actually don't, but if anyone wants to watch, it'd be really good to see you. Look, we're traveling pretty well. Everything's going really good. And what's that? That's the phone. All right. Hello, you're live to air on the Good After Nunan show.
Hello, Greg. Greg, it is Vladimir Putin here.
Oh, geez, Vladimir, thank you for returning my request to talk on the show. Fantastic.
Yes,
Thank you.
I got you on listen to my answer machine, and I hear you ring me, so I ring you back. Because, the Good Afternoon show very big in Russia.
Oh, is
Russia
it?
here,
Oh.
very big. We do good music here. They even made a song about me.
Oh, what's the
Yeah,
song?
in Russia, they made a song. We have music too. It goes something like this. If you're sad and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putin on the Ritz. Yes. Not very funny if you got a gun at your head. But anyway, listen to me, Greg Nunan. I don't know if you're not sure if you know what's been going on this week in Russia, but
that's exactly what I want to chat to you about. I mean, there's a lot of troops on the border of Ukraine. Are you going to invade?
Of troops.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, are you going to invade Ukraine? What's happening?
Well, listen, you want to know what's happened there? I tell you what's happened. This is what happened. It all started when I was very constipated, you see?
Oh,
after 3 or 4 days, I had some relief on the toilet.
Oh, okay.
And I thought to myself, I'm glad he here pooping. I'm glad here pooping, okay?
Okay,
now listen.
Vlad pooping.
You got it. Okay, so listen, mate. I know you like to be called a mate, and you're a married man, so you may understand this.
Yeah.
Because the last night, like Mrs. Putin, or I like to call her Mrs. Put Out, because I put in, she put out. What can I say?
Oh, okay, all right.
She has a lot to do with this. So we had a lot.
That was a good call, actually, Rach. Yes.
You like that? Yes. She put in, I put out.
The other way around. It's cold over there at the moment, right?
Very cold. It's very hard to kill people. They're wearing so many blankets on them.
Okay. Yes.
Very hard to kill people.
Well, you're not wanting to kill anyone. You've told the news that you're not invading. But what are you doing if you're not invading?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, just between.
I mean, if we do, I do plan to kill about 300,000 or so Ukrainians and a dentist.
And a dentist? Why a dentist?
I told my wife, like you, nobody cares about the Ukrainians. Only the dentist. Look, Greg, it's very hard job here. It's very hard job running two countries at the same time.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You have got no idea.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, I hope the troops, what are they doing at the moment? They just doing war games, sort of. They just.
Listen, you're getting too much. You're trying to get too much information out of me.
Okay.
I think I have to go. You're starting to push my buttons. Okay. And I already have enough buttons to push, okay?
You do. Hey, Vlad, thank you for calling.
What's this big red one here? Hang on. What?
All right. Well, thank you very much, Vlad. We'll chat to you next time. Wow. Okay. So let's hope that's relieved a little bit of tension in the Ukraine. But seriously, jeez, why can't people just stay in their lane? Just stay in the lane. You've got a lot of land over there. Just enjoy it. Spread out there. It's like when you go camping, someone just sits up right next to you. It's true though. It's like they've got a lot of beach here of space to set up. You don't have to sit up there. All right, here we go. Let's do a little tune and then we'll finish up with some dancing or something. How is everybody? Everyone going good? Good to see some faces on there. We've got Mitch Clark. Good to see you, mate. And as we've seen this smoke them fools is on. Actually, we've got a few people on Twitch coming through camping. we've got some. Well, you ask and you shall receive. I did say to people on Twitch, join the crew here. We're fun. We're harmless. And good to see some people coming in. All right. This next song's called "Putting in the Ritz." This is dedicated to the member of In Excess that didn't win his court battle. It sounds like a bit of a messy thing. I think he hurt his hand and did some damage to his assets to play music and write music. So anyway, I'm going to do this one. Dedicate it to Mama Jack, Mama Cedar, and any of the other Sunday sippers who are tuning in on a Friday night. Here we are. All right. Don't ask me why, but you know it's true. Don't have to tell you. Well, I love your precious heart. I was standing, you there. Two worlds colliding, and they could never tear us apart. We could live for 1,000 years. If I hurt you, I'll make a world from your tears. I told you, if we could fly, yeah, we all have wings, but some of us wanna fly. I'm standing, you're there. Two worlds colliding, they could never, ever tear us apart. I'm standing, you're there. The worlds colliding, and they could never, ever tear us apart. I'm standing, you're there. Worlds colliding, they could never, ever tear us apart. Thank you, amigos. Yeah. we got a little, a short little break that we're going to put on. Actually, what I'd like to put on, Brother Mark, is this one here. This one. Go back. Get this one. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, we are launching our first single off the forthcoming album on Friday the 18th of February at the Lazy Bones Lounge in Marrickville. We have the Crazy Ass Good, Daddy Longlegs and the Swamp Donkeys with us to help celebrate. Get your tickets through Mosh Tix and we'll see you there for a wicked night.
Folks, we do have a single we're about to launch. And if you're in Sydney town, it'd be so good to have you make it. If you can make it, it'd fill my cup up, mate. It would mean so much to me if you could make it and help us celebrate. We have the incredible Daddy Longlegs, a.k.a. Mr. Aaron Houston, and his fantastic band playing to help us celebrate. If you can, grab some tickets through Mosh Tix and help us celebrate. We need all the celebrations we can get at the moment, all those wins. And yeah, I was going to say something else. We've got all sorts of stuff happening soon. We're having a beer brewed to our second single as well. So keep afloat of what's going to be happening there. That's pretty exciting. The guys at Buckety's Brewery in Brookvale, fantastic award-winning brewery. Nick there, great supporter of what I do and what all the guys do, what we're guys and girls, what we're about in the scene. Putting our music together. They love the track that we've got coming out, the second single, and they're going to brew a beer to the track. I'm pretty stoked about that. We're going to have our own beer, and you guys will get opportunity to get some of that beer. And in fact, we're going to. Did someone say beer? Hey Neil, I know it's the morning there, mate, but we can talk about beer, and if you feel like cracking one, it is Friday, mate. That'd be great for you to keep on track with everything with us. On Wednesday, I'm going to do a show on Wednesday night, and we're going to have a couple of some tickets to give away for our CD launch, our single launch, which is Friday, February 18th. So please join us on Wednesday night. And folks, if you've had a really great time tonight and you've enjoyed the show, please don't be shy to throw some tips in the jar. That'd be really most appreciated as well. It so happens that I'm not gigging tonight, but I thought, hey, I had some fun ideas for the gang today that you guys have witnessed. A big thank you to Billy Barnett. Thank you, brother. We're gonna get some recording happening, and you're gonna have a bit of fun. Anything else? I'm just trying to think. All is good. Thank you so much, people, for the beautiful vibes and encouragement. Big thank you to Putin as well, Putin in the Ritz. We'll play. Actually, I think we're about done. Thank you so much, and see you guys Wednesday. So remember, Wednesday, we've got some things to give away. Crank up some good stuff. Have some funny calls. Just rinse and repeat. Some good times. Have a fantastic weekend, folks, and. Let me just play. I haven't got any outros happening, but we'll just play the intro again. That's what I do sometimes. Adios.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Sydney, Australia, it's now time for Good After Nunan.
Keep your knees together, people, and stomp the spread. We'll see you soon. Adios.